Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will learn what is component, how we can create component, and also we will learn what is module and how we can create the module. So without getting late, let's get started. Let's start with components. So components are the main building block for Angular application. The Angular application is comprises of the components and modules. Each Angular component consists of an HTML template that declares what renders on the page, a TypeScript class that defines behavior, a CSS selector that defines how the component is used in a template. Now let's see in the VS Code how the actual component looks like and how we can create a component. Let's take an example of this app component. Okay, so a component comprises of four files, which is app.component.css, app.component.html, app.component.spec.ts, and app.component.ts. App.module.ts is a file where we need to define all the components and dependency that is needed for Angular app development. Okay, so if you see in the declaration array under the ng module, this app component is defined. Okay, and in the imports we have this browsing module and app routing module. So here all the dependencies will be defined. Now let's try to first run this application. Click on terminal, click on new terminal. From the drop down, select command prompt, type ng serve in order to compile and run the application. It will take a couple of seconds to run the application. So now our application has compiled. Let's go to Chrome, type localhost 4200. So this is the by default screen that comes. Now let's go to VS Code again and let's try to understand what is component. Go to app.component.ts. You can see this app.component.ts file consists of an import, that is component, and it also consists of a decorator. So a decorator is a function which is used in Angular and it is used as @ in the before of the name of that decorator. So if you see, this component decorator has @ as prefix, right? Inside this decorator we have selector, right? In the selector we have value as app root. So if you see in the index.html, in the body section we have mentioned app root. So from here we are actually invoking the root component. Now let's go to app.component.ts. After this selector we have this template URL. So this template URL will basically define the template for our component. Template means the view that we will see on the screen. So this is the app.component.html. Okay, and we will also define here the style. So the style is defined in app.component.css. After that, this file consists of class, that is app component. It is similar to the all object oriented programming classes. It will consist of data members and data variables and also methods. So if you see here, this is one property title defined here. There is no method here, but we can have method in this class. Okay, so this is how this component look like. Now let's try to create one component. Go to terminal, type ng for Angular, G for generate, C for component, and now you can name your component. Suppose I will name the component as home. Okay, press enter. You can see here the component is created. Now let's go to this home component. You can see the 4 files has been created here, which is the CSS file, the HTML file, the spec.ts file, and home.component.ts file. This home.component.css file will have the stylings related to our component. This home.component.html will have the view for our component. This home.component.spec.ts, this will contain the testing, the unit testing for our component. If you want to write the unit test cases for your component, you can use Karma and Jasmine. That is the another topic that you need to learn. Home.component.ts is the TypeScript file. As I mentioned earlier, it will have class consist of properties and methods. It has a decorator component which has selector, app, home. The view template URL is the HTML file, and the style URL is the CSS class. So this is how you can create a component. This is how a component looks like. One more thing that you need to keep in mind, whatever component that you create here needs to get imported in app.module.ts. So if you see, by default, this home component has been imported here, and under the ng module declaration array, this home component is defined. So by default, it will be imported here, but if it is not imported, you need to import it. So that's all about the component. The next topic is modules. In the module, we will know what is module and how we can create modules. Module in Angular refers to a place where you can group the components, directives, pipes, and services which are related to the application. So, module is used to group the components, the component that you have seen just now. About the directives, pipes, and services, we will know in the further videos. To define the module, we can use @ng module decorator. Now we know what is module. Let's go to VS Code and see how actually module looks like and how we can create modules. Now let's see about this app module. So by default, we will get this app module which has this app module.ts file and this app component files, and we have also created one more component. So as I said, module is a grouping of components, directives, pipes. Let's go to app.module.ts. So if you see here, we have this ng module decorator here. Inside this, we have declaration array, import array. Okay, these are the two important arrays inside ng module, so I will discuss about these two only. In the declaration array, all the components that is there in a module is defined. In the import section, whatever import that is needed for our application is defined. Now let's see how we can create a module. Go to terminal, type ng g m for module and then name of module. Let's name it home. So now you can see there is a module created with the name home. This module consists of a file that is home.module.ts. If you see this file, it has ng module decorator and it has one declaration array which is right now empty because we don't have any component in this module. Okay, let us try to create one component. So let's create it ng g c and let's name it as home. Now you can see there is one component created in this module. So this is how you can create module. You can create a component inside the module. That's it for this video. In the next video, we will see how to implement data binding in Angular. If you have any doubts regarding this video, you can comment it below. I will definitely try to answer it. If you haven't subscribed our channel, please do subscribe our channel. Thanks and have a nice day.